Ryan Connolly.
Hey, everybody. Hi, guys. I'm taller than her, so just hold on a second here. You guys hear that? There's going to be a lot of dirty whispers in my set. No, I love you guys. I love people. Thank you for showing up tonight, Fredericton. This is amazing. Full house. Really, this is great. This is awesome. So, a couple years ago, I got married. I love my wife, Jenny. Jenny, put your hand up the way we discussed. Just joking, we didn't discuss this. So we've been married almost 2 years now. And you know that old saying, once you start telling people you've been married for a couple years, they'll start to say, oh, better watch out. Honeymoon's over. The spark's gonna fade. Well, I'm happy to report that after almost 2 years of marriage, Jenny's birthday just passed, and I bought her a sexy little palm sander. Don't get me wrong, she's gonna blast my nips with that thing. The spark is well alive. So, Courtney mentioned, like, you guys know. Fucking hold on, man, because, like, this is gonna get dirty. Like, I'm gonna talk about, I only have 10 minutes, I'm gonna talk about all 3 things that come out of my penis. Some of you know me. Those people are doing this right now. I do not want to hear this again. Some of you don't know me. Here's what I hope you're thinking. What the fuck is that 3rd thing? Is he okay? 3 things? I know of 2 things. I don't think he's okay. Don't worry, folks, I assure you, I'm probably okay. Although, I will admit, I'm a little uncomfortable up here. It's not you guys. You guys are lovely. I think it's this new butt plug. I'm gonna have to return it. Actually, that reminds me, quick survey. Show of hands, who of you here would be willing to purchase mildly used sex toys online? Let me finish. Free shipping. Show of hands. My sister. Fucking great. All right, so maybe I won't kickstart that right yet. Good to know. So while we're on the topic of semen, and I assure you we all now are, I was at the Unplugged board game cafe a few weeks ago. Don't worry, I'm gonna connect the dots so you don't think I belong in prison. So we're at the Unplugged board game cafe, and we're playing that game Taboo. Now, for those of you who don't know Taboo, it's like you got a partner, a stack of cards, and a timer, and you have to make your partner guess as many words on your stack of cards as possible. But there's certain words you can't say. So like if I had to make my partner guess car, I can't say auto, steering wheel, drive, etc. Well, I'm happy to report that my friends and me are pretty cool, and it was kind of late, so we were playing the adult version of Taboo. So like the words on the car, like cock, balls, boobs, 69, stuff like that. So I had the word semen next. And I'm like, I scan the card, I'm like, beauty, no brainer. All right, Keenan, what comes out of my pee-pee that is not wee-wee? It's kind of a no-brainer. Keenan's kind of just, like, Keenan, what comes out of my pee-pee that is not wee-wee? What comes out of my pee-pee? And he's just staring at me blankly. So I'm getting kind of exasperated because time is a-ticking. So I'm kind of like, Keenan, there's 2 things. It's not wee-wee. Keenan. Now I'm like pissed. I pop up and I'm yelling in a public place. I said it was late. It's like 9:30. I'm yelling across a public space. I'm like, Keenan. You're not Keenan, but I'm yelling at you. Keenan, what comes out of my dick that is not piss? Nothing. I sit down. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? And he just looks at me and he's like, the timer's been out for like 25 seconds. We get worked up. You gotta love your friends, because if you don't love your friends, every now and again, you'll want to kill them. All right, I got a little cheat sheet, and this is the spot I knew I was gonna stumble. So I got my cheat sheet, semen, taboo. Yep, we're done that. We live in interesting times, folks. Specifically, I'm talking about the internet age. You know, like it's doing things to our daily lives that are just like very nuanced and it's changing us. And sometimes we don't notice these things. I'll give you a quick little example. I was looking at my phone bill the other day and I was like, geez, that's high. Why is my phone bill so high? And then it dawned on me. I'm like, I had Mexican twice this month. I had lentils twice this month. Let me connect the dots for you. There's no Wi-Fi in my work bathroom. I work a lot. I'm a data pooper. So if I go and eat Mexican twice and have hot peppers twice or eat lentils twice, as it turns out, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on the toilet. How is this for a new age metric? Time spent on toilet equals dollars spent on phone bill. That's kind of messed up. But I think the biggest way that the internet is changing us all and is really making things fundamentally different is the way that it is like hyper-sexualizing the generation below us that have only ever known what life is like with a high-speed internet connection. You know, like these porn sites like Pornhub, YouPorn, RedTube, I can go on, I've only got 10 minutes, but you get the idea, I masturbate, get over it. Love you. But these sites are like really powerful. They're as powerful as Google. And like I was kind of had this thought in my head and I wanted to test this theory. So I just started typing like arbitrary shit into the search engines. Like stuff that's not even dirty, like basketball, but like really specific, like 1965 Harlem Globetrotters, uniform. And you pop it in, enter, and you're like, oh shit. They're all kind of wearing the 1964 Harlem Globetrotters uniform. And they're not playing basketball, but there's some balls. You know, you can type in like 1976 Ferrari Testarossa. Enter. Oh, fuck, I'll be damned. They are doing it on a 1976 Ferrari Testarossa. So these people, these little fuckers, that have like only lived in a world where you can just like incognito window, don't get me wrong, I love you, or like delete your browser history. Like they don't have to go out and like physically find porno the way we used to have to do. Like we didn't have search engines, we searched. And it was okay because people still had shame back then. Like they still had to get rid of their stuff, so it would always end up in like these 3 spots, and you probably know them. You could always find porno if you spent any amount of time in the parks, the woods, or near garbage. You would find porno. And I remember I was walking, and so the point I'm trying to make is that we were fundamentally different people. And here's a story that proves that beyond the shadow of any doubt you might have. I was walking to school. It was like early fall, and it was it rained all the night before, and it was kind of hot out, and it was one of those rains that made like every worm in the world come out and commit mass suicide on the sidewalks. So it stunk of dead worms. It was gray out. I'm going to school. It's garbage day. Like you can imagine what kind of mood I'm in, right? And I'm walking down the street, and like the clouds kind of part for a second, and the sun kind of hits this like metal garbage can. And this little intuition I've been kindling inside of me, like it bubbled up, and it said, Brian, you should go look in that garbage. So I blindly followed, you know? So I walk up, I walk up to the garbage can, and I open the lid, and I see disgusting garbage. And I'm having the thought, like, maybe I should just keep going. But that little percolation of, like, instinct kind of bubbles up again and goes, Brian, dig just a little. So I'm digging through my neighbor's garbage, and I'm about to have the thought, like, get the fuck to school. But before that can, like, really materialize, I found something. And I pull it out. It's like a small phone book, but dirtier. This thing was nasty. It was like a Penthouse Forum, like anniversary edition, like celebrating 20 years of clit piercing or some nonsense. But I look at this thing and it's so gross. It's been raining all night before, right? So the top third of the book is like just wavy, waterlogged pages. But the bottom third was way worse. It was like sucking up coagulated garbage juice all night. So, you know, of course, I jammed that puppy in my backpack and I set a land speed record to school. I don't say hey, hi to anyone. I get to my locker, I rip open my locker, I grab 2 things, zoom, beeline to the handicapped bathroom stall, bag down, lock that door, get to work. I'll tell you what I grabbed from my locker. First item, scissors. And I sat down on the toilet like a dirty little surgeon. And I, like, near the spine, keep it straight. Near the spine, keep it straight. I cut out, because in the middle, there was, like, perfectly preserved porno. So I'm cutting these pages out. And I swear to God, the second thing I grabbed out of my locker, a duotang folder. So after all the pages were cut out, I meticulously hand-punched this shit into a duotang. In their correct order, you savages. I don't change the title in the duotang because I'm no dummy. And I throw the rest of the porno into the garbage because I have to re-release it into the food stream. It's the circle of porn. So it says, I got all the good pages. So I run back to my locker. I jam that thing into my locker. I swear to God, if there is one. We're not getting into that tonight, though. But I swear, I had that thing. I moved to college with that duotang folder. When I was done, I came back and I moved away again. My mom put it in a box, because I didn't change the title. My mom put it in a box and she took it across the country to Gaspé from Ontario. I came back from where I was, got it in Gaspé, brought it to Halifax. I still probably have that duotang in my house right now. Tell me I'm not a different person than the person who can search squash court and see an orgy of 30 people in Pornhub. I was resourceful. I acted fast. I took care of it. I'm just saying, it's gonna be a hard go for these kids. Now, don't get me wrong, they're much smarter than I'll ever be, so they've got a fighting chance, but different times. Thank you for letting me all reflect on this. I really appreciate it. That is my time. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. I love you. Drink beer. My big brother's up next, so have fun, everybody.